Should you buy Taurie Cain? Today we'll be taking a look at Dead by Daylight's newest survivor. We'll be breaking down her character model, perks, and which playstyle she's best suited to find out whether you should be investing in this character. Before we start the video, my name's Lydia and I make Dead by Daylight videos like this as often as I can. I also stream Dead by Daylight and occasionally other horror games over at my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/EarthToLydia. Come by a stream sometime, we'd love to have you. Now let's get into the video. First off, we've got Taurie's character model. Generally speaking, Taurie's a better character to try and be stealthy with. She's got a smaller frame with a lot of neutral tones in her wardrobe, and unlike a lot of other female characters in the game, she doesn't have the burden of long or tall hair. This makes it fairly easy to hide and blend into more environments as her. While this might make her sound really beginner friendly, this could be a bit deceptive. Her voice and grunts of pain are on the louder and more shrill side, which make her a little easier to locate by sound when injured. There's also a little more to her perks that meets the eye, which might turn beginners away from this character. Her first perk is Clean Break. This perk activates once you finish healing another survivor. When you next start getting healed by another survivor, you can use your active ability button to become broken, and after 40 seconds you will automatically heal to full health. To get the best value out of this perk, you want to make sure that you're doing something useful for your team in the time that you're broken. If you activate this perk and then go and hide while you wait the timeout, then this is a waste of the perk, as you could have just stuck the heal from your teammate and even healed up faster than Clean Break would have taken. So for best use of this, while you're broken, go and hop on a gen, cleanse some totems, or rescue a teammate if it's safe and you're confident taking any chases. Next up, we have Invocation, Treacherous Crows. To use this perk, you'll need to reach the basement and perform an invocation, which takes 60 seconds. Once the invocation is active, you'll remain broken for the remainder of the trial. This perk will then show you the killer's aura for a maximum of 2 seconds each time that a survivor is in their terror radius and the killer scares a crow. For me, I find the risk to not be worth the reward on this perk. Not only is 60 seconds a really long time for you to not be working on the objective, but being permanently broken is a really high price to pay for a perk that offers such little value. There are other aura reading perks for survivors which require much less effort and won't hinder you so much for more consistent aura reading. And finally, we have Shoulder the Burden. You can activate this perk when rescuing a teammate from the hook. Rather than using your regular button to save, you will instead get the option to use your ability button. Doing this will trade one of your hook states with that of the teammate that you're rescuing. This can be beneficial if that teammate's being tunneled or facing death hook, as it allows them to somewhat reset. If you're running this perk with friends, it can also create a bit of havoc for the killer and deter them from tunneling, as they won't really be able to tell what hook stage a survivor is on. One big problem with Taurie is that her perks actually don't work all that well together. Clean Break will not work if you're already broken for any other reason, which means that if you've already used your invocation, then Clean Break becomes useless. Overall, I feel like Taurie is better suited to intermediate or more advanced players. Beginners may see some benefit from a character model, but her perks will be very difficult for newer players to get real benefit from. Clean Break requires you to be conscious of where your other teammates are to pull off a heal, and then means that you need to be confident enough while in the broken status to ride out those seconds without being downed. Treacherous Crows is a really high risk perk for newer players. You're not going to get much value if you don't know what to look out for, or if you tend to get found and downed quite quickly in games. Being permanently broken will only make this harder for you, no matter at what point in the game that you use this. And most importantly, if you're so new that you still don't really know where the basement even spawns on each map, then you may not get any value from this perk whatsoever. Finally, Shoulder the Burden is another one that requires you to be quite confident in being altruistic and taking the chase to protect your other teammates. It's a bold move to sacrifice your own hook states to give to a teammate, so either make sure that you're playing with friends or you're a good looper. That's all for this installment of Should You Buy? If you want to see more of these, then check out the full playlist up here. Alternatively, leave a like if you enjoyed, and make sure to subscribe for when I post my next video in this series. That's all for today's video, and I'll see you in the next one.